You know, I'm not for everybody, and I love that. People that love what I do are obsessed with it. These are antiquities from all over the world. Nobody else does what I do. Nobody. So my name is Brandon White. I'm an interior designer by trade. I find a well-deserving house, something that I feel has heart and soul and that needs to be reimagined in a creative way. And I typically do about 2 houses a year, and I completely reimagine the properties. So I've always been fascinated with homes in general. As a kid, I would sketch homes, and my parents were like, what in the world, this 5-year-old is sketching homes? But I've just always been infatuated with the way people live in homes. I'm an interior designer by trade, so that's what I do. And so combining my knowledge of interior design, I study the way families and people live in homes, how they experience homes. So to me, taking that knowledge and experience of interior design and combining that with renovating and building was just the perfect marriage. I love something that has soul. I probably am pitched 5 houses a month, and there's some houses that I just walk in and I just have like a bad feeling, or it doesn't feed my soul. It's a story of the homeowners. It's a story of the property. I choose architecturally significant homes that have a story, landmark Nashville properties that are of significance that just need to be reimagined, and their story needs to be retold. So typically I buy houses that are not listed and that are not on the market. My agent is incredible and she has relationships all over Nashville. So a lot of times it's homes that people don't necessarily want to put on the market and have a bunch of people traipsing through. A lot of builders and developers are always trying to find a deal. I don't want a deal on a house. I want you to get what you want for your house. You tell me what you want and I'll give you that. I want the transaction to be smooth. I want it to be something that the homeowner feels good about, I feel good about. It's positive energy from the get-go, because I want to take your home, your property, and reimagine it in kind of a Brandon way. This particular home was originally built by a very renowned plastic surgeon here in town, so the attention to detail, you can just tell all of the little nuances of the home that they dreamed up, he and his wife. In fact, there's a piece of stained glass in the powder room that they got into doing stained glass together, and I left that. That's a story of the history of the home. I almost get emotional talking about it, just imagining somebody, the love, the memories, the animals, the good and the bad things that happen in a family. It's the story. So I just like to retell the story of the house. I go above and beyond. It's the story of my life. It's the story of my career. I create a feeling. When somebody walks into my home, it's the smell, the music, the feel, the touch, everything is just an emotional sensory overload. And I call it that, element of surprise. When you walk in my house, everything, it's unexpected. It's almost like a museum, and I don't say that in an arrogant way. These curated pieces, when I purchase a home, usually it takes me about a year to remodel, I start buying stuff, and I've been buying for over 25 years. Every single piece in the home is thought about. It's just a curated jewel box of wonderment. That's a Brandon term. These are pieces that are purchased specifically for this home. Everything is measured perfectly. This is furnishing. In the society we live in, everybody wants everything done. We want it instant, and I provide that. Typically, people buy my homes fully furnished. It's something that I am very confident in that nobody else does what I do. Nobody. In about 2 weeks, I do like a big launch party, and we have over 300 people that come through, and it's a pretty incredible event. And this sounds crazy, but of every single person that's coming to the party, the coolest thing to me is the former owner is coming back. And it actually gives me chills to talk about it. She's bringing all of her friends and she's coming to the party. I want to be at the front door when she walks through, just to see, her face. And you can see I get emotional when I talk about it, because I love this kind of stuff. That I kept the integrity of their home. I just updated it, reimagined. I will probably spend 30 minutes with her at the party when I should be talking to 200 people, because I just want to see her reaction, because I kept my promise, and I always do.